Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Now this one has had a long time coming. I've been putting it off for a long while, but I think it's finally time. If you watched my rant on Ike a few years back, this video will be similar to that. By the way, if you play and enjoy Pichu, that's great, I'm happy for you. This video isn't a personal attack on Pichu players or anything. I just want to air out my thoughts regarding Pichu and why me and many others no longer play them. I'll be splitting the video up in different sections so you can jump to whatever part you want to hear about. Alright, I'll start with something personal that I want to clear up. I do not enjoy playing the Rushdown archetype in fighting games. Historically, I've enjoyed slower characters with bigger hitboxes because I enjoy spacing and zoning. Ike, Shulk, Corrin, Baloth, Pyra, etc. All of these characters feel intuitive and fun to me. However, I played Pichu purely out of love for the character. Only that. I love Pichu. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Freaking adore this little beam. But gameplay wise, Pichu never clicked for me. Like, I understand what Pichu wants to do gameplay wise, but that doesn't make it feel any more intuitive for me. That's not even mentioning how Pichu has to go in because of their lack of neutral, which I will go into in a bit. That's what it boils down to. Pichu is unintuitive to me. Therefore, not satisfying or fun most of the time. Alright, getting that out of the way, let's get into the meat and potatoes. I believe I've joked about Pichu not having a neutral state in the past, only disadvantage and advantage states. And honestly, I still believe that, even now. First of all, Pichu has no range whatsoever, making it really hard to rush him with any moves without trading or, heck, losing to other attacks. Secondly, a lot of the time you have to use electric moves like Thunder Jolt to create opportunities, which hurts you, therefore it's not exactly a neutral state. Pichu jumps between advantage and disadvantage state, and that's it. At least Pichu's advantage state is a lot of fun. It's really where the game opens up to you and you can get really creative. Unfortunately, that is the only part about Pichu that is fun. I hear you say, but Base, that could apply to any character. And you'd be right. Thing is, most other characters actually have a neutral to play. Neutrals that can be fun, satisfying, and rewarding to play as well. Pichu sorta kinda has to skip the neutral step because you don't want to be neutral as Pichu. Speaking of skipping a step, I'm aware that a lot of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. Oh, you thought I'd ask you to subscribe? Nah, I'm sure people are capable of subscribing when they like something, right? Right? I think a big part of why no one plays Pichu is the whole mentality aspect. Pichu is the lightest character in the game with little to no range. If you mess up once or twice a stock, you're a goner. That's a lot of pressure, and you gotta have good mental fortitude to not crack. Especially if you compete in tournaments and the like. But you know, most people play this game for fun. And if Pichu is stress-inducing to play at higher levels, then that's no longer fun, is it? That's not even mentioning that Pichu straight up loses to camping. No, really. If you just leave Pichu alone, they can't do anything. They'll have to damage themselves just to make something happen. Eventually they'll reach kill percent because they're so light. Opponent throws out a strong hit to neutral and boom, stock is gone and the cycle repeats. And of course, the day of reckoning, May 30th, 2019, where it all started. People who weren't a die-hard fan of Pichu ended up dropping the character left, right and center. Increasing the hurtbox on Pichu was warranted, it was impossible to hit them a lot of the time. Fortilt getting nerfed as having a frame 5 kill move was a bit ridiculous, especially near the ledge. Okay, understandable. Increased self-damage across the board though? That's going too far, that's brutal. Doing literally anything in neutral, disadvantage or advantage hurts you, and then they added more salt into that wound. Pichu reaches kill percent really fast, on their own. doesn't even need to interact with the opponent to get there. They tried to remedy the whole situation over time with more patches, but Pichu never really got back into the limelight despite that. The damage had already been done. Which is a shame. I still think Pichu is one of the coolest rushdown characters in the game, and definitely has one of the most stylish and explosive combo games. In any case, that's all I want to say on the topic. I hope the video was digestible and coherent. I was bouncing between having a script versus not having one, and script won out in the end. Just to be clear once more, I love Pichu, and always will. Gameplay just didn't click, and I care about having fun first and foremost. I hope all of you still have fun playing this character. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, comment, and subscribe maybe. I'd really appreciate it, as the channel is still very much drowning in the algorithm and nothing I upload seems to do well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.